Girls are saying they want more. Fellas to get on the floor. Then somebody screams, it's got to be J. King on the scene. They know that I'm a party fiend, so of course I stay dressed. Dolce Gabbana, Versace, yes. No, I have to impress. Can't come with nothing less than on the my gusto. Cats won the battle, but they don't know just which way I flow. You might be right, but don't you know that my game is tight? Got you right in my sights. Best believe all the hype. We're gonna rock tonight. Yo, can you meet me in a dance floor? You got too much. Yourself to the dance floor. Got all these shorties, and they're all screaming more. Got so much that they wanna show you. Want you to think that they know you. You got too much. Yourself to the dance floor. You got all these fellas, and they're all looking for just the right girl that they wanna flow to. Want you to think that they know you. The after party, sitting in VIP, and everyone's eyes on me. But I wonder who is she? No doubt the baddest shorty. Then she walked right past me. She goes to dance. The girl has got me in a trance. I don't wanna lose my chance. Will I back out? No, I'm just gonna have to show.
Be resolute of heart, make firm thy mind. The tongue of a man is the rudder of the boat, but the Lord of all is its pilot. Cast not thy heart after riches, there's no ignoring fate and destiny. Place not thy thoughts on things outside. Every man is destined for his hour.
On feeling goods where all of your cash went. Not chakra alignment or inward refinement. Trying to find one word to describe men. Better yet, can one consciousness unify them? Pondering on these questions is where my time spent. Creative process, believe me, greatness got to achieve it. Ideas we believe in, positive mind, gotta reach in it. Putting effort to bring forth this new being. You're not consumed by the lust for things, but knows that his worth is determined by words and deeds. Your mind is affected by words and deeds. Your thoughts are keys to what you're trying to see, and what you're trying to see should be to reach your goals. Hold on to your dreams, keys open doors. Since you can't always choose circumstances, make sure to choose your thoughts wisely. Choose advancement, work towards the future. Now's your chance, kid. Accept responsibility, avoid resentment. Actions always take root from what you think about. Things ain't going your way, it ain't hard to figure out. Why? Oh, why? Ask why. Ain't gotta tell you, it's right in front of your eyes. So in following these principles, you'll find along the road you're the only one responsible for your soul. It's no coincidence. Take control of your life, no coincidence. It's no coincidence. You take control, no coincidence. It's no coincidence. Yeah, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence. Nah, it's no coincidence.
Old shells are highly prized. And this one is occupied by a sarcastic fringe.
It was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's gonna help
for?
How'd he give you a phone?
You sign up if you on food stamps, you on Social Security, you got low income, you disability.
Why are you here?
To get some money.
What kind of money?
Obama money.
Where's it coming from?
Obama.
And where did Obama get it?
I don't know, his stash. I don't know. I don't know where he got it from. But he giving it to us to help us. We love him. That's why we voted for him.
I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage.
Did Obama pay for your mortgage? And did he pay for your gas?
Absolutely not. Mortgage got worse and prices got higher. During that time, we needed a change, but a change for the better, not for the worse. He had a very big voice, just like the Wizard of Oz. The wizard with this little teeny, tiny man. And I think it's the same thing with Obama, man behind the curtain. Not who we thought or expected him to be. I was Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. That's how I feel. I was Dorothy. I started getting a little bit more educated about politics and reading more. What I learned is never trust the wizard. It's within ourselves to have the determination, the courage, and the brains to bring us to our destiny.
If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
Going into this night, where do we stand?
This is where we stood coming into the night. 268 to 204, so clearly an advantage for Secretary Clinton.
Take a look here. If Donald Trump wins tonight, no matter who they voted for, take a look at these numbers here. 21% say they'll be concerned. 37% say they'll be scared.
This is what both candidates want. They want to be living there starting January 20th of next year. Florida has been going back and forth. Just changed again. It's only 11,000 vote lead just now. It changed.
Math on your feet. I like this.
The Empire State Building in New York City. Take a look at our running tally of the electoral vote. Anderson, this night is turning out to be a real nail-biter.
All along, the Trump campaign has been saying that Florida's a must-win for them.
Absolutely.
And I mean,
they can't win without it.
Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida.
You know, I'm guessing that the people in Brooklyn, I can see their fingers
That's
probably.
The Hillary Clinton headquarters.
Yeah, fingers probably bleeding because there's no more nail to bite.
I wouldn't call anything encouraging for Hillary Clinton at the moment, to be honest with you, my friend.
Wolf, the scene here is so different than it was a few hours ago when people were happy and relaxed. I have been looking around the room at people who are stone-faced. Some of them have been crying.
This was a white lash against a changing country. It was a white lash against a black president.
This is the people rising up saying it's time to listen to us. It's time to listen to us in Michigan and Wisconsin and work for the people.
Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the race.
Came outside to try to process all this.
Hillary will never take us to the promised land.
I mean,
come on, try getting it out. Try getting it out. Go ahead.
I can't even.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to put this on television, but you don't even know what you're talking about. Try getting it out. Go ahead.
I can't.
It's the fact that I say things that people agree with. Because I tell the truth.
I mean,
She was the worst Secretary of State in the history of our nation. Why would she be a good president?
I can't.
Come on, try getting it out.
I can't put it into words. I don't know what the words are.
The fake media tried to stop us from going to the White House, but I'm president and they're not.
It's a lot to process. You get what you need.
You're listening to breaking news, absolutely breaking the mainstream media with Harry, aka The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio. What's up, New Haven? 12:15 right now. You gotta love that setup there. It's interesting how people thought. I guess people thought Obama was bringing in socialism. You know, he was gonna take care of everybody. they were wrong. But I will tell you who Obama did give money to, right? Because he did give money, I think it was $400 million in cash to Iran, right? That went directly to Iran cash, which everybody knew. The Obama administration knew that money was going to fund terrorism, right? So we kind of helped Iran help Hamas constantly attack Israel, right? But nobody cares, right? But in a new report, the Obama administration has been busted. They actually tried to secretly let Iran convert $5.7 billion through the U.S. banks, right? They were actually telling Congress that they weren't doing this, that they were not going to do this, that they were not going to allow Iran access to the U.S. financial system. But AP is reporting that the Obama administration gave Iran secret access to the U.S. financial system to help that country avoid sanctions. So they were trying to secretly launder their money, wash their money, so that it didn't have to go through the sanctioning. Yes. You want to talk about collusion? Obama colluded with Iran to launder money. Right? The Obama administration secretly sought to give Iran access, albeit briefly, to the U.S. financial system by sidestepping sanctions kept in place after the 2015 nuclear deal, despite repeatedly telling Congress and the public that it had no plans to do that. An investigation by Senate Republicans released Wednesday sheds light on a delicate balance the Obama administration sought to strike after the deal as it worked to ensure Iran received its promised benefits without playing into the hands of the deal's opponents. Amid a tense political climate, Iran hawks in the U.S., Israel, and elsewhere argued that the United States was giving far too much to Tehran, and that the windfall would be used to fund extremism and other troubling Iranian activity. The report by the Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations revealed that under President Barack Obama, the Treasury Department issued a license in February 2016, never previously disclosed, that would have allowed Iran to convert $5.7 billion it held at a bank in Oman from Omani rials into euros by exchanging them first into U.S. dollars. Oh, okay. So they're trying to backdoor Iran into some euros. Whatever, right? But it was Obama. Who cares? It doesn't matter if he violated any law. If Obama was lying to Congress, Obama was lying to the American people, that never matters. Because it's Obama. It's like Bill Clinton said, right? He was being treated differently. It's Barack. Who cares what he did? It doesn't matter if he knew that that money was going directly not to affect change in Tehran, because that's impossible. While they were signing the deal with us, they were yelling death to America and death to Israel. He knew he wasn't affecting change. He also knew that that money was going to go to extremism, terrorism, bombs for Hamas, Hezbollah, all over. They knew what they were doing. Well, at least that's what I'm told. I'm constantly told how smart Obama was. Guy was a genius. He knew everything that was going on. Except he didn't know about the IRS. When the IRS gets busted and the courts busted the IRS, they said they did wrong. That the Obama administration targeted Republicans with the IRS. That's insane. The court said they did wrong. Obama didn't know about that. He heard about that on the news. He didn't know that was happening. And the Democrats always accept that. Come on, he didn't know. Why would Obama do that? Because he's a partisan loon. When is everybody going to get that? Obama wasn't a fair person. Obama went in and tried to change everything George Bush did, right? And the Republicans did. Now, and that was okay. That was okay. It's Barack. So when he said he was going to fundamentally change America, you understand that? Fundamentally change America. That was a good thing. People said, that is freaking genius spoken by a genius. It's like, he was special. You heard what he said? He's going to fundamentally change America. Now, Trump says he's going to make America great again. And that's some type of dog whistle. Make America great again. Bring jobs back to America. Check what's happening in the manufacturing industry. Manufacturing is coming back. Check what's happening. We are now, and I reported this Monday. I actually reported it before they reported it because I was able to do math, right? We now have more jobs than people looking for jobs. First time that's ever happened. First time that's ever happened. That's what he meant by make America great again. He is making America great again. Out of this recession that happened, right? Under the Bush administration, the end of the Bush administration. And Bush signs TARP, right? Which basically stems the flow. Is, think about a bottle cap, right? Or a bottleneck, right? And you turn the bottle over, right? And you have everything just coming out at once. And it was all there, free falling, right? And basically, Bush thinned out that bottleneck with TARP so that it started dripping instead of free falling. So TARP choked out that free fall our economy was in. Turn the bottle around. You know how the gravity takes over, the liquid starts falling out, and it it's just free falling. But TARP actually causes that free fall to start dripping slowly. TARP. It was TARP. Everybody knew it was TARP. Right? So when the economy goes from a free fall to a growing crawl, we expect that economy to just start growing after a couple of years, because that's what happens after every recession, right? You create the environment for the economy to just go. But what happened under the Obama administration, because he did nothing. Actually, he followed TARP with a stimulus package that helped no one. Remember, he said we had shovel-ready jobs, ready to put people back to work, right? Because he promised infrastructure and everything, right? And he passes almost $1 trillion of stimulus, and it goes to his friends like Solyndra and, what's that car? Elon Musk, the Tesla. He starts giving money all to his friends. And that money never gets to Main Street. Those shovel-ready, you remember I should have pulled up the clip. He's laughing. I guess those shovel-ready jobs weren't as shovel-ready as I thought. Yeah, he laughed at the American people because they grabbed. It was a $1 trillion grab, 800 million billion, I think it was. It wasn't a trillion, but let's say close to $1 trillion grab. And it does nothing for the American people. Actually, it caused the recovery to slow down. Right? Because we spent and did nothing to actually boost our economy. So we have this economy crawling for 6-7 years after the TARP kicks in, the recovery starts, and it's crawling for about 6 years. Right? And people are wondering, okay, well, what's happening now that the Trump economy is a bustling economy? It's just like, boom, it's exploding, right? We actually have more open jobs than people looking for jobs. First time it is happening under Trump. And this is why. We had a stymied economy. And I compare it to when you're looking at somebody's heartbeat, right? Or somebody's heartbeat who has a steady heartbeat, and it's like ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And it's just almost flatlining. Not flatlining because the economy didn't die, but it's just a steady ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And all of a sudden, Trump comes in, he releases all the businesses of all the regulations, because Obama had put so many regulations, and he made it his duty, his last 2 months, knowing that Trump had won, they actually tried to put they put even more regulations to make it harder to reverse everything they did. But Trump unleashes all of the economy. He gives businesses a tax cut. He gives all America, I think it was 85% of America got a tax cut, right? And people say, oh my God, this tax cut is going to cause the destruction of the economy. He's giving, the rich are never going to invest money back into their businesses. Manufacturing is coming back. More jobs than people looking for jobs. Even though I got some bad news coming up on jobs. So black unemployment at a historic low. I think it's 5.8 now. The unemployment is at 3.8, which is the lowest it's been since 2000. Woman unemployment at a historic lowest since like 1950s. Hispanic unemployment lowest on record. Now, and I list those out because Trump said, what do you have to lose? The people you think are for you haven't done anything for you. They haven't done anything for you in the last 60 years. They say they're for you. Come vote for me. What do you have to lose? And he was on point. What do you have to lose? So, supposedly, he's against minorities. He's against blacks. Lowest black unemployment on record. He's against Hispanics. Lowest Hispanics unemployment on record. He's against women. Lowest woman unemployment on record. You tell me what's happening. Was he right? What do you have to lose? And this is the thing. What do you have to lose? Go out and vote Republican. The Democrats have had all of these cities, all of these states that are in trouble. Most of them are Democrat states. You look at Detroit, held by Democrats for 60 years. And they drove Detroit down the drain. Michigan struggled because of the Democrats. And you could do that all over the country. Look at the homeless problem, the welfare problem, the everything problem in California. You have an exodus happening in California right now. People are leaving in droves. Businesses are leaving. Because nobody wants to live like that. Nobody wants to live like that. And California instead of righting itself, it sees people leaving. Instead, they go further left. It's incredible. It's incredible. But Obama was fine. He gave money to the Iranians, knowing it was terrorism. He whatever Obama did was fine. He spied on reporters. Yeah, under Eric Holder, they went after reporters. They were listening and reading emails of parents of reporters. But that was fine. Now Trump, who isn't doing any of that, we know this because the FBI is against Trump. We know Trump isn't going out his way to do anything because somebody's waiting to catch him doing something. Imagine if they caught Trump giving money to another country, a terrorist country. Imagine they caught Trump helping Russia. Like Obama was helping Iran. It's time for you people to stop being hypocritical and start opening your eyes. The Obama administration was one of the most corrupt administrations. And when it's all said and done, it might be historically corrupt, worse than Nixon, with the spying of the Trump campaign. And then, I don't know if I'm going to have time today, but I'm going to try to get to the texts that are coming out. There's more texts coming out of those two lovers, Peter Strzok, the FBI agent, and Lisa Page, the Department of Justice lawyer. And they're talking about whether they were the spies, the lawyers that they had working approved. Okay? There's plenty of stuff coming out. Some of their texts are saying that the White House is running this. Look, when it is all said and done, the Barack Hussein Obama administration might be the most corrupt in the history of the United States. All right. You're listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. I'll be right back.
We want an immediate end to the police brutality and mob attacks that our people are confronted by every single day, every single week, every single month.
This used to be the land of opportunity. People used to strive for peace. We don't even use the word unity until them guns release. Young kids dropping out of school, thinking they know it all, don't even know the rules. Grown men want to kill themselves for a cause. Innocent people losing their lives in the cause. History repeating itself, what are we doing? The revolution will be televised, still brewing. CNN cameras, satellite coverage. We heading for destruction, don't forget your luggage. Marvin Gaye's vision, what's going on? Back in 71, it's being reborn. We need to wake up, people getting shot dead. Homie lost his life for doing what the police said.
I just wanna know if we gonna last. The glass is half full, the bottom's coming fast. I just wanna know where's all the justice? Blame it on the system, no we can't trust it. I just wanna know if we gonna last. The glass is half full, the bottom's coming fast. I just wanna know where's all the justice? Blame it on the system, no we can't trust it. I just wanna know. Too much stress, but Lord knows we trying different drama every day. Too many young people dying, having conversations like, what happened to the youth? You really wanna know? We stopped teaching them the truth. Took the power from the parents, took religion out of school. I just watched the fire challenge. Who's raising these fools? Damn. Too many cubs, no lions. Too many broken hearts and families crying. Damn. Will we ever be free at last? The way we going, I don't know if we gon' even last. Martin Luther still having dreams. Listen closely, you can hear the screams. Yeah, violence all across your TV screens. Turning into Malcolm by any means. Yeah, corruption busting through the seams. Hands up, screaming loud, don't kill my dreams.
to his head. Now that's allegedly, of course. I wanna know why them judges bringing books to the court. Strictly to fling at brothers, stripping the child of his child support. He wanna know why his daddy left, but he don't know he mad he left. Now they're in school and he's using aggressive force. I wanna know how you shoot a man unarmed and view it.
All right, you're listening to breaking news, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, aka The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. All right, let's jump to the hypocrisy of the left when it comes to women, right? Supposedly they're the champions of women. Breaking news here. President Trump signs the VA Mission Act to facilitate military veterans access to private sector health care. Thank you, President Trump, for taking care of our military, taking care of our veterans. All right. So the hypocrisy of the left, who are the champions of women, right? Except when it's a conservative woman, right? They go after conservative women in such a vicious, malicious way. And it's disgusting. And you don't hear any of these feminine groups who pretend to champion woman, woman causes. None of them come out and give the conservative woman assist, right? They actually are okay with the vile behavior, the disgusting things that are said about these conservative women. But let's just read. I'm gonna read this article, but it's David Frum, which I've been reading him for years. He's now the Atlantic senior editor. But David Frum openly theorized last weekend about President Trump punching his wife and covering it up. This is what the Democrats have now, right? They're losing. They're losing everything. They're losing in everything. And what I mean is they have no message, right? They said the tax cut would hurt America. It's actually helped economic growth in America. It's actually helped put money back into the pockets of the middle class. And in these tax cuts, they were actually, it made the tax code easier for the poor. So it's ridiculous. They're losing in everything, right? And when this North Korea summit comes up, they might even lose bigger, right? Because they were mocking Trump recently when he canceled it. Kim Jong-un won now, and then when it's back on, they tried Kim Jong-un is winning still. So Kim Jong-un won if it was canceled. Kim Jong-un is winning if it's still going on. Democrats don't even know where they stand themselves. They're like a wave that comes in and out of the sea. This just poor. They're double-minded. They can't get right. The mainstream media can't get right. That's why they look so foolish and it's fake news. But let's listen. I'm going to read this. Let me finish reading. I digress. Okay. Atlantic senior editor David Frum openly theorized last weekend about President Trump punching his wife and covering it up. Frum sent a tweet wondering the legal ramifications of President Trump hypothetically hitting his wife. Frum said, suppose President Trump punched the First Lady in the White House. Federal property equals federal jurisdiction. Then ordered the Secret Service to conceal the assault. POTUS has Article 2 authority over the Secret Service. Is that obstruction under Sekulow and Dodd? Those are Trump's lawyers. Apparently, no. So, Melania Trump recovering from kidney surgery. Right? Not a pulled tooth or anything like that, right? She didn't go to the dentist. She had surgery on her kidney. She takes a few weeks to rest and heal. And this is what the left comes up with. Instead of worrying about the health of the First Lady, they start theorizing whether it could be that Trump punched Melania Trump and they're hiding some type of abuse. You have a Rolling Stones reporter also who came out and said that. Could it be that Trump is hiding abuse of Melania? The left has gotten to the point where they are disgusting. They're disgusting, and they're not hiding that they're disgusting. They're actually showing who they really are out of frustration. And it's your job. It's your job as citizens, right? That if you actually believe that Melania should be treated with respect, to not go and read these people's newspapers anymore. It's your job to call them out. I'm not going to read any more of this garbage from them. You know, it's ridiculous. And if they did it to Michelle Obama, right? If they would have hypothetically theorized that Barack had punched Michelle Obama in the head or something, in that big head, what would have happened? I just heard everybody go, "What you mean, big head?" Oh, at least some people. If Barack would have thrown any one of his frail arms and accidentally clipped Michelle upside her head, you see how stupid that sounds? You see how stupid that sounds, me saying it? Just in a mocking fashion, mocking David Frum? Any reporter who would have said that would have been fired. Any editor would have been gone. Because it is so disgusting. And of course, if a reporter would have said that about the Obamas, the race implications would have been insane. We have a real problem in America. And those people who have claimed to be your policemen, the media, are no longer your policemen. They're part of the problem. And it's time you start holding them accountable. You got to be better than that, people. You listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave.
Remember me? Who you know do it better? Floss and burn cheddar, dress for any weather. Coogee and mere sweaters, Christian Dior leathers, a walking trendsetter. Your girl is over here, and I think you need to come get us. You can't rap, you traps and this team consists of misfits and a bunch of babs. This team consists of snitches and broke. This I'm an auto that controls and exposes. See, I'm laid back. I ain't trying to control this. I just rather get fly and get high and take pictures, but I'ma get by. Know why? Cause I'm a beast. I don't fear nothing in this world except police. You accept the police by side, giving speech, giving descriptions on who and where I be. Why you wanna pick on me? Because you're not me. Them Jews is icy, them shoes is pricey, complexions icy, feet always in Nikes. Best that I ever got over thotties and Eli. Cardi is the truth, no ifs, ands, and probably no big plans or hobbies, just big bands and lobbies. Do it for the team. Do it for the team. How low can you go, ma? Do it for the team. Shorty looking mean, that is sad tight jeans, that Maybelline sheen. She remains the top queen, it remains to be seen. What a nigga to make dreams, who can escape things, who can shake things, take trips to New Orleans, bring back them pure things, break down them whole things, deserve like 4 rings, turn my barrel to a circus, something like 3 rings, let my chain swing, it ain't nothing but a G thing, I'm doing my G thing, wherever the beat bang, wherever the fiends hang, I'm serving that walk. My brain is like, man, you dealing with poo stains, you the best thing smokes the days of Soul Train. So my first M around the days of Soul Plan. I just ride around getting it. Shout outs to 2 Chainz. Put some respect on my name. Shout out, yeah, my Larsha got that Birdman. And it's protected by Lil Wayne. It's worked by Young Thug, so it's YCMB in it. Canary yellow diamonds. It look like somebody peed in it. Cherry red Yeezys on. I'm sick of that, I'm bleeding it. Cardi bars is crack. Others said they needed it. Do it for the team. Do it for the team. Do it for the team. How low can you go, man? Do it for the team. Do it for the team. Do it for the team.
You're listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio. I would love to take this call coming in, but don't want to chance that people say the wrong things on the radio, so no calls. Sorry. All right, so let's get to it. Let me play a little clip here before I get to this next story. Probably my favorite story of today. Let's play this.
Since we have invested so much, and since we have endured so much, we've got to provide the leadership to get rid of him. We can do this, you all, but we've got to stand up. I want you to rally. I want you to tweet. I want you to go on Facebook. I want you to write to your elected officials. I want you to do everything, whether it's in a church or whether it's in a meeting of any kind. If you're with the labor unions, etc., get busy and keep going until we do what needs to be done. I am saying impeach 45. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. Impeach 45. Thank you so much. Love you all.
Thank you, Maxine. I gotta admit, I like Maxine Waters. You know, it's one of those, if you want to laugh, go on Facebook or go on YouTube and look up Maxine Waters videos. So that's some really good material. You could also, another person to look up if you want to crack up is Joe Biden. These guys, they're special. But okay, let's get into the Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters, this past weekend, she had an event. Let me just read it. Maxine Waters has turned around her congressional career, and people are talking, I don't think they're talking about it now, but just a few months ago they were talking about maybe Maxine could be president. Oh man, I would have loved that. Trump and Maxine. Whew, that would be priceless, but that's not gonna happen. Maxine, okay, wait. One of the most outspoken advocates against Donald Trump in Congress, Waters has seen her media influence skyrocket in the era of Trump, right? Because the media loves her. That impeach 45, and then you got to see her. She's like a cartoon. It's priceless. So it's media gold, right? So they love that stuff. But that new social media cachet is not translating well to the youth in her district. If the response to her recent Auntie Maxine meetup is any indication, The candidate held a meet and greet tweet-a-thon on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. in her district in Los Angeles. A promotional card for the event advertised that top social media influencers would be on hand to support our fearless champion in Congress, Maxine Ward, Auntie Maxine. That's what they were calling her, Auntie Maxine. Impeach 45. So anyway, so a video posted of the event, however, shows fewer than 20 people showed up in the room. That was including, there were fewer than 20 people in the room. Fewer than 20 people. That's including her staff and including the media. There were fewer than 20 people in the room. And when you actually look at the pictures from the event, there's really about 6 people that showed up to Auntie Maxine's event for the youth. Right? And that is her influence. That's her true influence. People see her as a joke, as a comedian, right? It's like I was watching another thing for giggles. Go and look at Elizabeth Warren trying to explain how she thought she was Indian or Native American or one of the indigenous people, whatever you want to call people, right? Whatever label you want. So you go and look at Elizabeth Warren explaining why she thought she was Indian, and you it's one of those things where you fall off your chair laughing, right? But Maxine Waters, let me get back to Maxine. Maxine Waters, the only reason the media likes her is because they like that echo chamber of theirs. They like to hear that. In page 45 in the echo chamber of their delusion, their Trump derangement syndrome. They exist in that Trump derangement syndrome echo chamber. And when she says impeach 45, the media makes her more important than she really is. But it's a fun little article there. Ooh, my time is almost up. I'm going to play some quick music. And then we'll be right back. You're listening to Breaking News.
Bulla. When I was 16, I was really in the streets. When I was 16, I was really in the streets. When I was 16, I was really in the streets. Count that money, count that money, count that money all night. When I was 16, I was really in the streets. Count that money, count that money, count that money all night. When I was 16, I was really in the spot. Trap funk, ring it, every pocket got a knot. Water whipping Yola got me whipping off the lot. Holla auntie, keep the extra, she gon' scrape it out the pot. Couple hitters with me, but you know I got my own strap. Switching up my numbers, cause the feds be tryna phone tap. Ziggins ain't 100, so you gotta watch your own back. And my name tatted on the piece, so I own that. Shorty want some Quavo, I don't do the whole set. I do what I want, and you do what these horses say. Fuck it like a porn star, sexy tryna role play. How you wanna feel, nigga, and you ain't busting no plays. You ain't making plays, my nigga, but goddamn. I've been waiting on this moment since they let me out the camp. Watch them just get excited when the nigga hit the stage. I'm the only young boy acting older than my age, cause when I was 16, I was really in the streets. When I was 16, I was really in the streets.
All right, you're listening to Breaking News on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. All right, here goes an article from WTNH. Trump cancels Philadelphia Eagles visit to the White House. And I'm hearing all this controversy, and I'll give my 2 cents about it. So, and then you have the Philadelphia mayor saying that Trump's an egomaniac, and he only cares about crowd size, and blah, yada, bada, blah, blah. And the truth is, the Philadelphia Eagles actually RSVP'd that 80 people were coming, that their team was going to come. And then 2 days before the event, they tell them only 8 are showing up. 8 to 10 people are showing up. Now, it was intentionally done to try to embarrass the president. Now, people are saying, well, he shouldn't have canceled, blah, 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 blah. Now, hold up. So, the president shouldn't have canceled so that you could feel better about a photo shoot when none of the team is there. That's so ignorant, and it's selfish, and it's just something you want to see. And what the Eagles tried to do. Now, once the president and his peoples went to cancel it, the Eagles tried to reschedule it for the 11th. Now they know the summit, the North Korean summit with Kim Jong-un is on the 12th. So they are the ones who are playing politics with this visit. They knew that Trump wasn't going to cancel the summit to sit with the Eagles. So it was all a political ploy. And the media gets sucked in because of that derangement syndrome, that echo chamber. They know what the Philadelphia Eagles were trying to do. They know. Everybody knows. They were trying to embarrass the president. The president chose to cancel their visit, but he invited all the fans that were going to come into town to celebrate America, and I love it. He celebrated America instead of celebrating the Eagles. I love that, and they'll always lose that. And they were like, wow, the Philadelphia Eagles didn't kneel down for the anthem this year. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point. They were against the president because he prefers patriotism to you kneeling down. And they hate the president for other reasons. Because they're part of that echo chamber clique where they all hate Trump. They can't verbalize why they really hate Trump. And when you inform people that everything is better in the country right now than it was under Obama. I had somebody, my time is gone. I had somebody here. I'm going to talk through this. I had somebody here Monday who told me they refuse to look at the economic numbers. You know, they refuse to do that because they don't want to hear anything good about it. This is a smart person. This is an intelligent person who is telling me they're just choosing not to read or see anything good about Trump because they don't want to hear anything good about him. That tells you everything you need to know about the Democrats. Trump derangement syndrome. Go get yourself checked out. Go find yourself a psychiatrist or something. You're listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM. Your home for community radio.
The tongue of a man is the rudder of the boat, but the Lord of all is its pilot. Cast not thy heart after riches. There's no ignoring fate and destiny. Place not thy thoughts on things outside. Every man is destined for his hour.
On feeling goods where all of your cash went. Not chakra alignment or inward refinement. Trying to find one word to describe men. Better yet, can one consciousness unify them? Pondering on these questions is where my time spent. Creative process, believe me, greatness got to achieve it. Ideas we believe in, positive mind, gotta reach in it. Put an effort to bring forth this new being. You're not consumed by the lust for things, but knows that his work is determined by words and deeds. Your mind is affected by words and deeds. Your thoughts are keys to what you're trying to see, and what you're trying to see should be to reach your goals. Hold on to your dreams. Keys open doors. Since you can't always choose circumstances, make sure to choose your thoughts wisely. Choose advancement. Work towards the future. Now's your chance, kid. Accept responsibility. Avoid resentment. Actions always take root from what you think about. Things ain't going your way. It ain't hard to figure out. Why? Why? Ask why. Ain't gotta tell you. It's It's right in front of your eyes. So in following these principles, you'll find along the road you're the only one responsible for your soul. It's no coincidence. Take control of your life, no coincidence. It's no coincidence. You take control, no coincidence. It's no coincidence. Yeah, it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence. Nah, it's no coincidence.
Old shells are highly prized. And this one is occupied by a sarcastic fringehead.
This is Harry Drove, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven.